Over the past 6 months, I had been working hard on my wife's 1996 Toyota 4Runner. It's got a new frame, new motor, and now it's finally time to paint it and put it on its new rims and tires. Brought to you in part by Alpine Toyota. Now, in order to prepare for paint, I'm going to use my orbital sander. It's got a 220 grit sandpaper attached to it. I'm gonna go over this whole side, and then after that, I'm going to hand sand it with a finer grit sandpaper, try to get out some of the big scratches that this is more than likely gonna put into it, and yeah, let's get to work. Well, she's all sanded down and washed, and because we have limited daylight left today, tomorrow we're gonna hit it with some wax and grease remover, try to get rid of all the remaining dust specks off the body, mask it off, and paint the thing. All right, well, the weather this morning seems perfect for painting. All right, let's lay down some paint. Now, while we wait for the paint to kind of flash over and dry before I give it a coat of clear, let me explain my process a bit here. This may be a surprise to you guys, but I am in no way a body man, not a mechanic, nothing like that. Everything I know and am doing is pretty well self-taught. I've used this technique of painting with rattle cans before. In fact, my pickup there behind me was pretty much painted the exact same way. The only difference is I didn't clear coat that. And I mean, the paint, it's held up pretty good over the years. This one I'm hoping to preserve it a little bit more and keep more of the shine in it, so that's why I am ultimately going to clear coat this after. But yeah, only time will really tell how this paint job actually ends up turning out in like a few years down the road after a few winters, but from previous experience, I'd say it's gonna hold up all right. All right, so the paint has been drying for a few hours now. Let's give her a shot of clear. Well, turns out painting this thing yesterday was kind of a failure. I laid down the clear coat. I didn't love how it looked. It was super streaky, super orange peely. So I tried to do a wet sand, and I think I tried to wet sand too early. It ended up smudging the crap out of this paint. And, well, looks awful. So today, I'm thinking I'm gonna try it again. I think I'm gonna try to wet sand it one more time, then go over it with some polish and a polishing wheel, see if I can bring back the paint before I completely scrap it, sand it all down again, and try again. Well, that actually worked not half bad. I got a lot of the big smudgies, out of it. We'll have to see what the polisher wheel can do with some compound, but might be able to save this paint job. Not sure yet. A little more optimistic now anyway. So here's what I'm using. This is some Meguiar's, just some polishing compound, and I also got this extremely cheap polishing wheel. So yeah, I'll just put a dab on this, kind of spread it around the panel, and work it in. You know what? I'm considering this a success. What you can see now, what is left, is just how unevenly applied the clear coat is. So I think I'm just gonna hit it with another round of wet sanding, and then I actually picked up some better compound to try on top of that. Time to interrupt my horrible paint job to show you these. Check it out. The rims and tires are here. Let's throw these on. I am super keen to see this thing on 35s. Very much on that control arm. Well, here's the thing. These wheels are stock wheels. I think they're off of a newer gen. And with this bigger rubber, they're hitting the control arm right up here. So, looks like I need wheel spacers. But we can throw the rears on. We got wheel spacers, so these are just some 1-inch wheel spacers. I think that should be just enough to fit these rims and tires on. Now to make these wheel spacers as safe as possible, I'm gonna put a dab of Loctite on each and every one of these nuts. Now it's time to find out, does the shoe fit? Whew. Oh, this already looks so cool. So you super excited to see your 4Runner on tires?
I am.
Look good? Feel good?
This is gonna be sick.
What do you think? Does she feel bigger than before?
She does.
Weird.
Weird, right? Oh, I'm so excited.
Me too. You know what? I think my attitude is changing about this paint job. I think I have recovered it to a usable state. I'm not gonna lie, I was super demotivated after the initial paint job. I wasn't happy with the results, but I think I got her to a pretty usable state. Good enough for a wheeler anyways. Check it out. The 4Runner is, it's awesome. The paint looks great. The tires are on it, and I am absolutely stoked with how this thing is looking. Seriously, this is quite the milestone. It's nearly done. Anyways, guys, that about wraps up this week's episode of Dirt.Garage. If you're going to be a huge favor, hit that thumbs up button, and hey, consider subscribing. I upload weekly Toyota, building, wheeling, and off-roading content. Anyways, I'll see you next week. Peace.
Come back and tell me about the shakedown run.
Oh, right, I forgot about that. Make sure you guys stay tuned because next week's video, we're using this thing. We're gonna take it out, we're gonna do a shakedown run. Oh, it's everything. It's almost done, I'm excited, we're gonna go wheel. It's great. Anyways, peace.
Yeah, let's go. I'ma make a couple stacks, do exactly what I want to. Mix a couple tracks, get a lady that I'm drawn to. Turn up to the max, get me faded till I'm gone, dude. I do what I want, couldn't stop me if you wanted to. I just work hard, yeah, harder than the rest. Some people say I'm lucky, others saying that I'm blessed.